It's smoky, it's savory, it's light. It's one of the most famous egg pies ever, Quiche Lorraine. So that's what we're making today. Let's get started. You're gonna start by taking some chopped bacon and putting it into a saute pan just to brown it and render the fat out. First, you're gonna start with putting some bacon into a saute pan to brown it and render the fat out. All right, once your bacon has browned and had a lot of fat rendered out of it, like so, we're gonna use that fat to saute some onions. Now, when you're choosing onions, you can go with any one you really like. Shallots are always a winner, but not everybody has those. I tend to go with sweet onions because that's the most available one, and it's a relatively non-picky dish. We're going to sweat the onions out until they're soft and translucent. You want to go that extra mile and just put in a light pinch of sugar and a little bit of thyme. These are just what I like to do. They're completely optional for you. Once your onions have softened, we're going to take them off the heat and allow them to cool just a little bit before we move on to adding them to the rest of the quiche. So the next thing we're going to need to do is get ready our custard for this dish. Now, this is a savory custard, so we're not going to be making it sweet, obviously. What you're going to need is a few eggs. You can go between 4 or 5. That's typically what I'd recommend. And just give them a scramble. Then we're going to add our salt and some pepper. And because it really aids custard, we're going to add just a dash of nutmeg. Once you have the eggs mixed together, this is when you're going to add your dairy. Now, you can do it in milk, you can do it in cream, you can do it half cream, half milk. You can just use half and half. But whatever you're looking for, just use the measurement below. The thicker you use, such as heavy cream or half and half, the richer it's going to be as an end result. The thinner you use, such as milk, the lighter and fluffier it's going to be towards the end. Once your bacon and onion has cooled down some, that's where I'm going to add it to our pan. Now, classically, this comes with Gruyère, but you can use Gouda, you can use Parmesan, you can use Swiss, whatever you like. Just give it a nice, healthy coating, just like that. And then we're going to add our custard. Next, put it on a baking sheet, and I recommend putting a piece of parchment paper or foil underneath it, just so if it does cook over at all, you got something to catch it and you're not cleaning the inside of your oven. And next, we're going to put it in a 350 oven and let it go for 30 minutes, which is where we're going to throw a little extra cheese on top, just so it gets nice and goldeny and cheesy all over. And then we'll let it go for another 15 to 20 minutes just to finish up cooking all the way through. And there you have it, Quiche Lorraine. Again, one of the most widely known, most popular of the quiches out there. And it's very simple: bacon, onion, Gruyère, or Swiss, or Parmesan. All of those are acceptable. But let's take a taste and just see where we're at. It's beautiful as advertised. You got that nice layer of cheese coming in. It's very strong, but not overpowering. The eggs make it light. The onion and bacon just wrap together like you know they do so well. And it's a perfect thing that is good enough to please just about anybody, even people who don't typically like quiches, and still be nice and light so you can have it for a Sunday brunch or dinner or lunch or breakfast. You get the idea. But it's very simple. Just takes a little bit of time, and you can do it with pre-made pie shells and have yourself a great day. Don't forget the cocktails like a Bloody Mary. But if you liked what you saw here and you learned something and you enjoyed this, then make sure you hit the like, share, comment, subscribe. And as always, thanks for cooking with me.